Welcome to this edition of Jana Brock's Bunny Talks. I'm Jana, and today I want to talk about exercising your bunnies in small spaces. Now, if you have more than one rabbit, or should I say more than a bonded pair, and you have to exercise them in the same place, there are a few tips that I use because sometimes I have 8 rabbits, sometimes I have 10. I've had up to 14 in the house, in a fairly small house at one time. And though we have large primary living spaces to accommodate that many rabbits, which I'm constantly cleaning, as I'm sure you can imagine, every rabbit owner knows that even having 1 or 2 rabbits is a chore. It's a lot of work to have a bunny and treat it properly and exercise it and give it the attention that it needs. Keep it in hay is always a constant struggle and cleanup. But the other thing that's important to know about those of us who take care of more than just a couple rabbits is they have to share space to exercise sometimes, especially if the weather is bad outside. We usually have areas outside where the rabbits can take turns. The bonded pairs take turns going outside and running and playing in the same space. And that's not a problem because if you have untreated grass and areas that are safe and enclosed for the rabbits to play in for 20 or 30 minutes at a time, then it's not a problem because they can go potty outside. But if you happen to, like I said before, have bad weather or other circumstances where you have to, say you have an apartment and you're bunny sitting someone else's rabbits, plus you have your rabbits, or your 2 rabbits are not bonded yet and they're sharing a relatively close space where they exercise in. One of the things that I do that makes it very, very easy is I keep sheets, extra sheets around. Full-length sheets, the bigger the better. And blankets also work for this, but the reason I like to use sheets as a floor covering is because they're easy to pop in the washer and they don't wear out as fast as blankets. They're just easier to launder and maintain than thicker blankets are. So what I do is one set of rabbits will have a sheet that belongs to them, and that is that floor covering. And I fold that sheet up when they're done playing, and you can tell when a rabbit's done playing because, of course, they either go back to their primary living space or they plop down and take a nap wherever they're at. So all the rabbits here, without exception, 100% of them go right back to their primary living area when they're done exercising. Usually about 15 or 20 minutes of bouncing around and running and hopping, and they're ready to sleep. So when that occurs, I fold the sheet up that belongs to them, or sheets, sometimes a very long space. I'll take 2 sheets, and I keep it near their primary living space, folded up on top, so that when it's next time, a couple hours later, when it's their turn to play again, I go back and I grab those same sheets and cover the floor. And then the second set of rabbits will have their own sheet or sheets. And I lay those sheets over the floor when it's their turn. It may seem like a lot of work, but it only takes a few minutes to cover a pretty large area of floor or a hallway. It's so important to use the rabbit's own sheets because, of course, they get their scent on the sheet. And if you don't do that, you learn very quickly the more rabbits you have to take care of. Again, whether you're bunny sitting or you take in rescues or sick animals like I do, or animals to bond, or just whatever the situation is, if an animal runs across even 1 or 2 times a floor where another rabbit has been, then you're going to get spraying, even if they're spayed or neutered. You're going to get poops everywhere. It's just going to be a mess. You're going to be constantly cleaning up, constantly washing floor coverings. And so not only does it save your floor, your carpeting, if you have carpeting, or whatever your floor covering is, hopefully nobody's letting their rabbits run on slick flooring because that can cause splayed legs. And some people have done that and say, oh, it's okay, my rabbit's used to it. Well, it's a matter of time. There have been a lot of rabbits go to veterinary offices with broken spines and broken legs because of slick floors. So just a word of caution on that. But each set of bunny has their own sheets, couple sheets. I lay them down, fold them, or when their bunnies are done playing, fold them, pick them up, fold them, put it back with that set of rabbits' primary enclosure, and then go to the next rabbit and do that. And you get in the habit and you can do it really pretty fast, and it just saves a lot of cleaning. You can usually get away with using those sheets for a week or 2. without having to launder them, since the rabbits are not constantly smelling other animals and feeling like they need to mark their territory. So that's what I do to save on cleaning, and also, so that when the rabbits do get out and it's their turn to play, they're preoccupied with getting the exercise they need, and rather than sniffing every little inch of the floor where another rabbit has been. So it's also ideal if you have more than one hallway or more than one long space. You can let them run different directions, set up gates where the rabbits can, kind of run in different directions. Of course, I have many other ideas for exercising rabbits, and making primary spaces a lot larger, such as lifting up a crate, one of the biggest sizes of dog crates. If you lift it up in the air and make an apartment under it. On one of these videos, I will share some ideas for primary living spaces. Anyway, I hope that helps some of you, especially new rabbit owners or rabbit owners that don't have never had more than one rabbit, or never had more than a bonded pair. If you do happen to bunny sit someone else's rabbit or get additional rabbits, that's how I make sure the rabbits get the exercise they need every day, and I'm not constantly cleaning up messes. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. As always, be kind to animals, and thank you for caring.